Hello everyone, Agent Toad reporting from somewhere on this planet, bringing you all today's Pokemon Sword Steelocke. Now, what's Steelocke, you ask? You see, a Steelocke is a version of a Nuzlocke, well, a monotype Nuzlocke. However, I'm only allowed to use Steel types. Now, this run will be, well, it's gonna be difficult. Because you see, here in the Galar region, there are 3 gyms that, well, all of Steel's weaknesses are gyms in this region, meaning it's gonna be a hard time. I'm going to probably suffer. Anyway, let me get what I wasn't paying attention. Wait, what did my mom ask me to do? Oh yeah, right, my bag. I have to get my bag, so I'll pick up this bag and hat and be on my way. Oh yeah, right, I should explain the clause I'm going to introduce to this run. So I've come up with my own version of the Mercy Clause, and I'm calling it I'm gonna call it the Alchemist Clause. Because it's a full... Actually, it's not really a Full Metal Alchemist reference. Actually, no, it is, Equivalent Exchange. Okay, so basically, the idea behind this clause is, since a good amount of Steel-type Pokemon are just pure Steel, I should be able to revive them if I offer something equivalent to what their body is made out of, and the soul. So basically the logic is, if I make the Pokemon use a Life Orb, and the Life Orb does damage to it equal to its max HP at the moment, and I have a Metal Coat on me, if I drop both the Life Orb and Metal Coat, I will be able to revive that Steel-type Pokemon. However, only if its body is mostly steely, so I would be able to revive stuff like Bisharp, Steelix, Ferrothorn. However, I couldn't revive Excadrill since it only has steel on its hands and head. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to revive that. And I'm calling it the Full Metal Alchemist Bruiser Hudo Clause, because that's the way it's properly pronounced and Equivalent Exchange. Anyway, you're probably wondering, since my starter is a fire type, how am I supposed to do a monotype run? Well, you see, first of all, I'm gonna have to lose Survival Fight. Second of all, Nintendo has been so wonderful to, in these past few months, give us a mystery gift of a Meowth. So I'm going to be taking the Galarian Meowth, which just so happens to be a Steel type, and going through this run. And I just remembered the third gym is the Fire type gym, and basically up to that point, there's only going to be like one other Steel type I may be able to catch, and that's purely dependent on RNG. Because for me to catch that Steel type, I have to do a raid. A raid in the Giant's Cap. I think it's either Giant's Cap or Giant Seat area. Anyway, there's the small chance of that raid spawning, and it's even more dependent on RNG, because if I get a specific raid then, I can't catch a Steel type. However, if I do get the certain raid, I will be able to get one Steel type, which could either be either a Bisharp, Ferroseed, Ferrothorn, I don't know. Oh yeah, also, another rule I forgot to mention earlier. I'm allowed to catch Pokemon that aren't Steel type as long as they evolve into a Steel type. So I'm allowed to catch Rookidee, however I'm not allowed to use Rookidee until it becomes Corviknight. I'm allowed to catch Onix, however I'm not allowed to use Onix until it becomes Steelix. So yeah. Okay, so now I get my starter. And I'm going to choose Scorbunny. And actually, something interesting is, according to the rules I've set for this Nuzlocke, I'm only allowed to use Steel-type Pokemon. However, I'm going to allow myself to use a hidden ability, Cinderace. However, basically my only move is Iron Head. Because, well, with Libero, Cinderace's type changes to Steel. So technically, when I attack, Cinderace will be a Steel type, not infringing on the rules of the run. Anyway, we're going to look at this animation here and see how Grookey... well, not Grookey. Sobble accidentally makes everything go wrong. Well, not exactly Sobble's fault. However, the starters in this game are nice. Okay, starter time. And I will choose Scorbunny. Just so this game isn't too hard. Because, quite literally... Actually, wait, in almost every gym battle... Actually, no, the Grass-type gym, the Water-type gym, those are going to be fine. Fire-type is Gym 3. Then after that I have to go through the Ground route. Then I go to the Fighting-type gym. After that is Fairy, which will be relatively easy. Then there's the Ground gym, because this is Sword, not Shield. And after that there's the Dark gym. Then there's the Dragon gym, and Raihan has a Flygon, so that's not going to be a fun time. And then after that there's Leon's Charizard, so yeah. As I stated before, this will not be a good time. Anyway, I'm not going to be naming the Scorbunny since it's technically not part of the Nuzlocke. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention about EXP candies. I'm not allowing myself to use them on certain Pokemon, like say, the mostly steel-like body Pokemon. I'm not gonna allow myself to use EXP candies on them since, well, they eat rocks. I don't think the same nutrients as for candy would work on them. Same nutrients in candy. Anyway. Actually, wait a minute. Does Leon use the Forgotten Starter in his final fight? If that's the case, Actually, how could I... No, either way, if I didn't choose Scorbunny, this would have gone very badly in the final fight. Because he would have a Cinderace, Spyro Ball, and yeah. Anyway, after a cookout, I will go to sleep and wake up the next day. Now, how long until I'm allowed to get rid of this Scorbunny? Now, believe me, I love Cinderace, however, I just cannot have it this run. Because well, actually, I'm probably gonna breed a hidden ability one in my main game and send it over. So, yeah. Anyway, now to Battle Hop. And he's probably gonna say something... No, he literally cannot say something about type advantage since I have to lose this fight on purpose. Just to preserve the run. Anyway, Hop is going to challenge me. And he has a sheep. This is going to be a long battle. And automatically Hop has the advantage. Well, he doesn't really have the advantage. If I was allowed to attack him, this would be over very quickly. Anyway, now to wait until this all is over. And we are finally back. After having a rabbit growl at a sheep for 25 consecutive turns, my starter finally goes down, and I've lost the rival fight. And hopefully it will allow me to progress. And Leon, seeing a rabbit growl at a sheep for 25 turns straight made you want to send out a Charizard. You serious? Are you really serious, Leon? Anyway. Oh yes, now I'm told to go get a Pokédex. Pokédex is recording trainer pulls and fashions. Anyway, before I can actually start the story, I have to go take care of a sheep. But can I get the mystery gift now? Nope. Actually, wait, what do I have in my bag? I have a potion, a healed Scorbunny, an adventure book, and a fishing rod. Okay, well, those useless signs aside, I can now start progressing. Well, not really. The game is still going to hold my hand, and I can't get my starter until I'm done with this area. Anyway, let's now go into the slumbering weald and encounter an illusion. An illusion of, well, Sword Boy. Actually, speaking of Sword Boy, I'm going to be able to use him during this run since they made the legendary Pokemon Steel types, which happens to be one of the best things to happen for a Steelocke in this game. Here we go, Sword Boy. Any second now. Come on, just show up, illusion of Sword Boy. There we go, the Sword Boy, who is literally missing an ear. Like, the thing that's most off about uncrowned formization is it's missing an ear. And anyway, let me growl at Sword Boy for 3 consecutive turns until it intensifies the fog and knocks me out. Because this is Pokemon. Fog knocks people out. Anyway, Hop, if you would stop stating the obvious and let me growl at it for another 2 turns and finally start this run when I get access to mystery gifts, that would be great. Actually, the best part about this whole interaction is how the fog covers the what is it called? Yeah, the menu a bit. That's the best part about this whole interaction. Anyway, after getting knocked out by fog, we are on the ground. And where did the sheep go? I wonder. And hey, look, the champion's here. And, well, apparently if there's fog, then Leon is good at directions. Because if there wasn't fog, I'm pretty sure in entering this place he would have ended up in another region. Or hell, even the Isle of Armor. Anyway, now that we can finally finish up with the cutscenes and exit the slumbering weald, let's finally start the run. Hopefully. And I now have to go talk to my... And I still cannot get the steel type meows. Okay. Now I'll be a good son and talk to my mother in another mandatory cutscene. Well, great. Anyway, time to go to Wedgehurst and get the steel type meows, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to encounter right about finally. Now this run can finally start. And I will connect to the internet to get to the wonderful Steel-type Galarian meows. Eventually. I don't remember my internet being this slow. Okay, here we go, and it has to search. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. My starter is a hidden ability Galarian meows, which I am going to name... I'm going to name it Scorbunny. Because as we all know, this is a Scorbunny. Now let me go in and... Pokemon. Okay, knowing how it's level 15, let me go start catching stuff. Because it's official, I have the steel type, the run starts now. And I'll be back once we get to the professor's house, since Route 1 and 2 are... I don't know what they are. Actually, turns out I'm not gonna cut until I get to the professor's house, since I think I can catch stuff on this route. Let me check my bag for Pokeballs. And I have balls, okay. Now with these balls I can catch Rookidee. Oh yeah, another rule. Overworld encounters are allowed. Since what are the chances of me finding the Steel type? Also about first encounter clause. Basically, I can ignore that clause since I'm type run. Anyway, how much is a fake out gonna do? To a level, actually, I think I'm gonna one-shot it. So here we start the run with the OP Meows. I have to get to the Pokemon Center to name Scorbunny. And now I'm finally allowed to catch a bird. A bird which I will name... I'll name it Squire. Because it evolves into a knight. Even though a Squire is less than a knight, I'm still going to name it Squire. Actually, no, I'm going to name it Zyre. I'm going to name it Zyre since I love Quagsire. It's not one of my favorites, however I love it. And since I cannot acquire the Zyre, I will acquire a Rookidee, which I will name Sire. Now that the Rookidee has been acquired, I now shall name it Sire. Sire the Rookidee. And hopefully it doesn't die. Let's run. Okay, and done. Now I'm going to cut. I'll be back at Sonia's lab. Okay, now that I'm at the lab, I'm forced in another mandatory cutscene to enter because, of course. I think when they said better animations, they were talking about character animations, not Pokemon animations. Since with the amount of cutscenes in this game so far, yeah, they better have good cutscene animations. And here we meet Sonia, who will proceed to give us the Pokédex and tell us now we have to go to Professor Magnolia's house. Because, of course, it's not as simple as let's just get the Pokédex and be on our very way. No. We have to go and then do another rival battle. And then we can finally get to the wild area. Okay, now that we're in the Pokemon Center, I can deposit Scorbunny into the box, never to be seen. Scorbunny will now be put in box 7, never to be seen again, since I'm going to use box 8 as the best box. Okay, and finally, to change Meowth's nickname to Scorbunny, just to add... Yes, and we can change it. Okay. And now this Meowth will be known as Scorbunny. Just to add insult to injury. Yes, because that is what I do. Terribly, actually. I am not usually a person to add insult to injury. And now I shall cut until we get to the professor's house, since there's quite literally nothing I can catch or do on this route, besides one-shot Pokemon. Okay, so now it was basically afternoon, now it's evening, and I am forced to fight my rival Hop. Again. But before I do that, I'm going to go behind here and pick up the TM for Payback, which I think I can teach to, I think I can teach it to my Meowth. Let me see. Oh, I can... Oh yeah, right, its name is Scorbunny. That's not a Meowth, that is a Scorbunny, you cannot tell me otherwise. Now I'll teach both to Sire and to Scorbunny, and we will now be on our way. Okay, now that that is done, I will now demonstrate how I one-shot Pokemon by throwing coins. It's really quite simple. You just tell the cat to throw a coin, and the Pokemon gets knocked out. It's very simple. Coin to Pokemon contact. Now, after Hop states he's going to be Ash, I will show him he is not. I usually do not do dream crushing, however in this scenario, I must to progress, and to not die. Now, Hop's whole team is probably going to get one shot since level 15 Score Bunny on Route 1. Oh yeah, and the great thing about that is I'm one level away from evolution. And no, I haven't gotten stronger. This is a level 7 Pokemon that I can't use, the level 7 Rookidee. And okay, now I will show you the power of throwing coins. Really is quite an interesting power. Anyway, what is most definitely a Score Bunny is now unnerving the opposing ruler, which means he can't use berries, which is great. Anyway, let me demonstrate. You see, the move is called Payday. After throwing gold coins, these are 1 or 2 shots a Pokemon. Anyway, the great thing about being Steel type is I have the advantage in all the rival battles, since I don't think Hop ever uses a Fire type. I hope. Because if he does, I'm kinda screwed. Anyway, Sire's now level 8, and Sire will learn Hone Claws as well. Actually, yeah, Hone Claws. That's good. Hone Claws learned. And he's now going to send out the Groupie. Wait, what else did he catch? Anyway, as I'm about to demonstrate, Payday just one-shots Pokemon without good defenses. Or, of course, since starter I can't exactly one-shot. And Hop, you aren't the Green Ninja. Your name is not Lloyd, your name is Hop. And oh, that was quite decent. Anyway, since I'm no longer one-shotting things with coins, I shall proceed to just spam Payday until I have enough coins to where I can pay for everything I need. The advantages of using the Score Bunny. Actually, I'm just gonna cut out the rest of this fight since really nothing interesting happens here. Okay, Hop is now defeated and I've picked up money, because another thing about Payday is after throwing the money you can pick up the money. I believe MatPat did a video on why Payday is basically why the Pokemon economy would be, well, yeah, to put it simply, ruined. And now I have my endorsement letter. This letter will now allow me to go into the wild area and finally begin this Pokemon journey. Anyway, he's now going to talk about strength and okay, yeah, we're going to train against each other. I'm going to curb stomp you eventually multiple times. But before that happens, I have to get a shooting star. Wishing stars, as they're called. There are 2. Hop gives me 1, and now they will be put into my Dynamax band, so I can Dynamax my Pokemon and maybe stand a chance against Kabu. Because if I get a Rock type move in Dynamax, and hopefully outspeed, then hopefully I won't get my whole team wiped at the 3rd gym. Okay, before we get to the training station, let me give you an example of what I mean by throwing coins one-shot stuff. Now that this Pokemon is level 6 and I'm level 15, yeah, this should work. Okay, so here we have the equivalent to a Caterpie against a Scorbunny. A Steel type, because Scorbunny has always been a Steel type. Anyway, since Steel has many resistances, it can do nothing to me. And I will now proceed to tell my Scorbunny, which was never a Fire type, and is definitely not a Meowth, to throw coins. And you see, one shot. It just dies. And because I threw coins, I get coins back. Okay, and now we are at the Wedgehurst train station where I can finally get moving. But before that, I have to tell my mom goodbye. So the hop. And after receiving... Oh yeah, right, my mom's here to give me the camping equipment. So after receiving this camping equipment, I can finally be on my way to the wild area, where I can maybe catch another member of our team, depending on the weather. Okay, now we've arrived at the wild area station, and finally this game stops really holding my hand and I can go anywhere, and probably get one shot for the most part. Hopefully not, but this is the wild area. You literally spawn in next to an Onyx, which you can't run from, however you can defeat if it's hailing. All you need is a lot of revives, and you won't die. Well, no, you will die. You will die a lot. And you just hope the hail kills it, which it eventually will. Anyway, after Sonia has been told to do something with her life by Professor Magnolia, we can finally get going. Anyways, they talk about what we can do in the wild area, and now we are off. Now. Oh yeah, right, she has to tell us about the raid dens, which are those red glowing light things, and we get the box link, which allows us to swap out Pokémon. Which is basically kinda useless right now since we have no Pokemon in our boxes. Because yeah, there is definitely not a rabbit being kept in the box by, well, yeah, definitely legal means, of course, definitely legal. Anyway, let me see if there are any raids over. Now let me see what's up with these dens, since this could be a terrible idea, since I don't have a bike. And oh, no, it's okay. Of course it's going to tell me that I can use the right stick to rotate the camera. And yeah, there are no raids over there, which is just great. Actually, yeah, I probably won't be able to see the raid dens over there from here. That is a Togepi, I can't catch it. What will I be able to catch, I wonder. Anyway, I'll just cut to when I am in the next town, unless something happens. Agent Toad signing out for now. Okay, so we're not in the next town yet. However, I have encountered someone in the wild area who is selling luxury balls. I'm gonna need these so I can make my Steel-type Pokemon friendlier, which makes sure that maybe they can endure some hits so I don't get one-shot by the fighting gym leader, or the ground gym leader, or Leon, or where are Steel's other weaknesses? Or Kabu, yes, fire gym leader, which happens to be in town over there. Anyway, I'll cut back to something's interesting. If not, when I will be back is in the next town. Okay, and I'm back. I'm finally able to enter the next town, which is Nuzlocke, and that's where I'm going to end the episode. next time we'll go through with the intro ceremony for the Champions Cup and hopefully earn a gym badge. Anyway, that's all from me. Agent Toad signing